The Pulse of Spokane is a broad show that showcases many different things in our community, sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.
Welcome into another in-home edition of the Pulse of Spokane via Spokane Talks, and I'm joined again for the second time in 2 weeks, I think, reoccurring guest and our sponsorship partner, Larry Myers from River Ridge Hardware. Larry, again, hasn't been super long since we last talked, but how are things going? What's different? What's new in your neck of the woods?
Well, we are busy, which feel very blessed for that. Just helping customers on their projects. I think helping customers still try to have some senality out there in terms of able to do projects and provide, those services. In that, keeping our customers safe, keeping my employees safe. We've got plexiglass up at all the cash registers. Most of my employees are wearing masks. Customers are real good about coming in either with masks or, and then we're getting more masks. I should be getting, I put an order out a week ago for some made masks with HEPA filters, and they're made back east. So we should be getting a decent size order of those. I'm hoping by the end of the month. I have a feeling people are still going to need them, and these are ones that could be washed, and then they have a HEPA insert that goes inside. So,
okay. Well, I imagine with business being good and spring kind of on the horizon, I mean, some days it feels like it's here, and then of course others, in typical Spokane fashion, it's not. Yeah, the store's doing well, and a lot of people are coming in and out. Are there other things that you guys are doing to kind of limit or moderate how many people are coming in at a time, or are there other things within the actual store that you guys are offering?
well, in terms of limiting, we have lines put out even now, actually outside in our garden center, to kind of spread people out. Customers have been great. We have lines spread out at the cash registers. My employees have kind of been really aware of when a line starts to build, to take them off to other cash registers and help them and get customers out the door. And then we've offered curbside delivery where we've had people call in. They know what they want. We even helped a customer with paint, where we gave them our paint, whole thing of colors. They picked out their color, and then I believe she paid for it, and we delivered it to her car. So we've gotten creative that way to help our customers and keep our customers safe.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you guys are exploring a lot of different avenues to, try to go through this process, and it sounds like things are going really well. So that's all good to hear. With everybody, like I mentioned, with spring coming up and kind of being in the midst of it, everybody being quarantined and kind of going stir crazy. People are wanting to get out into their yards, wanting to do, at-home projects, whether it is, painting, gardening, or just getting a start on, the lawn or their just yard in general. Any recommendations or suggestions based on the time of year that we find ourselves in, mid-April, and people maybe chomping at the bit to get some of these things going around their house?
Well, I mean, it's still early, which is great. We've had some great weather. I think we have another roll of great weather coming. Normally, it's closer to Mother's Day when you really want to be serious about planning, but the wives' tale is when the snow is off Micah Peak, should you really be putting some of your plants? This is a great time to plant carrots, lettuce, all your underground plants like your potatoes. And these are things I've heard that potatoes are really hard to come by. I still got potatoes. I still got onions. I got a later order of those. We're getting plants every week, new plants. And so, but with that said, a lot of people, I've heard that tomato plants and peppers are really hard to get by. So if you see them, you might want to buy them, but don't put them in the ground yet. Kind of care for them, put them outside, get them used to the sun, and then wait towards the end of this month and see what the weather was. I don't know if you saw the temperature yesterday morning, but it was 22 degrees when I left my
Yeah,
house.
it was freezing.
Yeah. So, and it's just being wise to our Spokane weather. But gosh, it's just a great time. And I know what I've seen is a lot more people looking at gardening, a lot of people doing gardening boxes, and we really want to be of help there. And I have a lot of staff that are very knowledgeable, and feel free to call us or come in and ask questions.
Yeah, absolutely. How about in terms of the lawn? Should people start, blowing or not blowing out their sprinklers, but getting their sprinklers going? Should people start fertilizing? What should people be doing in terms to approach with their lawn?
Well, sprinklers are one of those things. It all depends on whether you're willing to risk them potentially freezing and how potential they are to freeze, because we're still going to have some freezes. But getting your lawn ready. We have a power rake that's been going out like crazy. I got 3 of them. Great time to power rake. Great time to aerate. Aerate your lawn. Get some fertilizer on. We have 18-10-10 fertilizer that we get from Green Acres fertilizer in the valley, which is a great local company too. And then also good time. This is the time you want to put crabgrass killer out with. We have a fertilizer crabgrass killer. A lot of times people start seeing the crabgrass come June. By that time, it's too late to actually fight crabgrass. So those are the things that you can really do to start getting your yard ready, and then getting flower beds ready and start getting them ready. But again, unless you're covering, it's a little early to put some of those flowers in, unless they're close to the house and you're covering them every night.
Well, yeah, that's all good information, and yeah, thank you for letting people know what they can and can't do and should not maybe do, as people are are itching to do something around the house. I'm sure I'll be talking to you again soon, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of new information, as there is every week with this thing, and hopefully things start to slow down and normalize. And the weather gets nicer and people can get out to their yards and get out and enjoy the sun and everything. Larry, thank you for your time. As always, I'm sure, again, I'll be talking to you soon. And stay safe, be well out there, and best to you guys at River Ridge Hardware.
Hey, thank you. You guys too. I appreciate the show.
You bet.
Here at River Ridge Hardware, we can match any color for you. So you need this color matched for your trim in your bathroom. Come to the color computer, stick it into the spectrometer, and allow the machine to do its thing, and it will match your trim exactly. So whether it was done by water damage or a young child, we can get you covered and get it matched. If you do need to have something so that it completely disappears, I can certainly help you with that one as well. Along with the spectrometer color matching capability that can match any competitor's paint color, we have a beautiful color palette that can help you start any new project. Give us a try.
After I got divorced, I had medical debt, credit card debt, and student loan debt. I was dealing with a lot of guilt. I found myself shopping to feel better. When my son was born, wanting to manage my finances was no longer a want, it was actually a need. STCU made that possible for me. I use the mobile app every single day. I'm able to color code all of my different savings accounts. And when you have nice things to look at, I think it brings you on a deeper level of motivation. I'm Kamika Love, the Budget Mom, and STCU is here for good.
Well, this is Bloomsday in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate, but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.